Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Final Girl playthrough. In this video, I will be playing as Grandma, going up against the big bad wolf at the storybook Woods. Now, I have a confession to make. This will not be another blind playthrough like everything else from the stuff that I unboxed, and that is because I initially tried to record my blind playthrough, um, and it did not go well. um, I got a tarot card that made the big bad wolf immediately jump to a space and kill all the victims there, which then immediately revealed their dark power, which was Ravenous Hunger, which then proceeded to make them jump to a different tile and kill 3 more victims on the first turn. And so on the first turn, 5 victims had died, and then I proceeded to roll absolutely abysmally for the rest of the game. And after coming off the back of some of my other Carolyn playthroughs where I just couldn't seem to get any of the rolls to go my way, I was just extremely salty and frustrated, and I did not think it would make for a good video. So, instead of playing the game while frustrated and angry, I took a break, and now I am come back, and I am ready to play Final Girl once more. So the way Grandma works is you do not start with walk, short rest, long rest, or sprints. Instead, you still have your 3 focuses and weak attack, but instead of your walks and sprints, you will have slow walk, which lets you move up to 1 space, lose 1 time, move up to 1 space, lose 2 time, 3 time, or just lose 2 time. We have another slow walk, so those will replace, these replace your sprints, and they only cost 1 time, so I will place those in the tableau. We have gather the flock, which you can move any 2 victims 1 space each with 1 time, move any victim 1 space each with 1 time, or just lose 2 time. And so I will go ahead and place gather the flock here. And then we have help. When you are attacked, move any victim from an adjacent space to your space. Then choose a victim in your space to become the target of the attack. Then we have a rally. All victims in a single space of your choice each deal damage to an enemy in that space. A victim of your choice deals damage to an enemy in their space, or a miss. So I'll place that up there. Then we have a steady walk. Double success, move 1 space, lose no time. Single success, move up to 1 space, lose 1 time, or just lose 2 time. You get 2 of those. These replace your regular walks. Okay. And so now I'm going to shuffle up the signature action cards and draw 2 at random and pick 1 to add to the tableau. I have put meditate and ambush back in here, so it's entirely possible we will see those. And if we do, I will probably end up picking 1. So let's see what we have here. We have throw and double up. Okay. So double up, pay the time cost of an action card you just resolved to return to your hand, and throw. Discard a weapon with range 0 to deal that weapon's damage to an enemy 1 or 2 spaces away. Interesting. I will take double up. That's what I will do. I will take double up, and I will place it here. Okay. And so now I will show off Grandma herself. So Grandma only gets 1 HP. That's why you lose your short rest and long rest cards, because You don't have any health to regain, but what that does mean is that you are at adrenaline die level for the entire game. And then your victim save bonuses: take the retaliate card, take the gather the flock card, take a guard card, take a slow walk card, or take the rally card. And then your ultimate: if you can save 5 victims, whenever you are in the same space as a victim, or if there are no victims on the board, roll an additional die for all your horror rolls, and then for each additional victim saved, you reduce the horror level. Then your starting items: you have knitting needles. If an enemy enters your space, you may discard the knitting needles to deal 1 damage to that enemy. Knickknacks: if the killer enters your space, you may discard the knickknacks to immediately end the killer phase. And then the good plates: range of 0 to 1, buffs your damage by 1, 2-handed weapon. May only modify the weak attack action card. If you damage the killer, ignore any health loss. If you get a double success, return weak attack to your hand. So Grandma actually has 3 different difficulties: easy, normal, and hard. Now, when I initially played this, I played on normal. But this time I'm going to play on easy because, again, it did not go well last time, so I want to try to ease my way back into this. Plus, this will give me an excuse to use all of the starting items. If you play on easy, you get to use all 3 of Grandma's starting items. If you play on normal, you don't start with the good plates, you just start with the knitting needles and knickknacks. And if you play on hard, you only have the knitting needles and nothing else. But I'm going to start with all of them because I think it'll be a little more fun that way for me. So, our starting items: we have a slingshot in the village, the songbirds at the gingerbread house, and some thorny vines at Grandma's house. So if I could get those thorny vines and songbirds, that would be incredible. And then we will draw our starting event, and it is going to be the Woodsman. The victim closest to you is now the Woodsman. He will follow you into the killer's space. When attacking the killer, the Woodsman adds an additional die for every 3 health the killer has. If you save the Woodsman, double your victim save bonus. If the Woodsman dies while in your space, lose 3 time. Okay. So I will make the victim closest to me become the Woodsman. So that'll either be this one or this one. If this one is the Woodsman, I could actually like go into here and start attacking. What does this say? He'll follow you when attacking the killer. The Woodsman's add an additional die. It doesn't say I have to be in the same space as the killer with the Woodsman in order to do that. It just says when attacking the killer. So if I made this the Woodsman, walked into this space, and then immediately used weak attack with the good plates, I could just start dealing some damage, like, immediately. I like the sound of that. I really, really like the sound of that. So I'm going to make this victim the Woodsman. And then I'm going to play Steady Walk, rolling 3 dice because I am at adrenaline. We get a success and 2 converts. I will lose 1 time and move 1 space into the space with the Woodsman. And so when attacking the killer, the Woodsman adds an additional die for every 3 health the killer has. So the big wolf has 9 health. So that will be an additional 3 dice. So 6 dice. And I will play Weak Attack. Let's go. And I will be using 1 use of our good plates. That is a triple success. And so this can only modify the weak attack action. So I will deal 2 damage. So 2 damage. Then, if you damage the killer, ignore any health you lose. I wasn't going to lose health anyway. If you get a double success, return weak attack to your hand. So I will return weak attack to my hand, and then I will play weak attack. So Big Bad Wolf now has 7 health, so I will lose 1 die from the Woodsman, and then we will roll again. Getting a success and some converts, I will discard Steady Walk and Focus to make it another double success. So that will deal another 2 damage to the Big Bad Wolf, and then weak attack will come back to my hand. Using another use of the plates, I will then play weak attack using another use of the plates. Rolling, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health. So rolling 4 dice now. Ooh, double miss, double convert. Okay, so I will discard 2 cards, which will deal 2 damage to the wolf. And then, because I got a hit, I will ignore any health loss. It was not a double success, so I will not return weak attack to my hand. Okay, so that was pretty effective. I unfortunately have no cards left in my hand and 5 time to spend, so I will spend 2 time on close calls, and then I will spend 3 time on a distraction. I believe that is what I'm going to do. So weak attack, steady walk, focus, help, steady walk, focus. Back up to 6, and then we will draw a terror card. Well, actually, Big Bad Wolf is in tracking mode, and so we'll move to the nearest victim. I will have it prioritize the one that has more stuff in it, so it will track me and the Woodsman. And then, you know what? I'm just going to use the... Actually, I could have seen this coming. Instead of close calls, I'll grab 2 slow walks for my 2 time. I will use the knickknacks to... if the killer enters your space, you may discard knickknacks to immediately end the killer phase. So I'm going to use that to immediately end the killer phase, and then I will also use knitting needles to deal 1 damage to the Big Bad Wolf for entering my space as well. Okay. And so with that, I'm going to play... I'll just play Slow Walk. Rolling 3 dice. Getting 2 misses and a convert. I'll just take the miss. Getting 2 tears. Moving 1 space up here and losing 3 time. Then I will use the 2 tears to gain 2 time. And then I will grab all my free cards. I will spend 2 time on close calls. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, maybe not. I'll spend 1 time on a close call and 4 time on... I should probably grab Retaliate. I want to grab Furious Strike, but I'll just grab Retaliate. Actually, I'll play even more safe. I'll just grab 2 guards. No, I can't because I am at max. I will put... I'll put a focus back. So that way I should be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Okay. Back up to 6 time. Slow walk will go back here, and then the wolf will track again, and we will draw 1 terror card. It will be Have Some Sweets. Place 2 new victims at the gingerbread house. Sorry, I did not focus. So place 2 new victims at the gingerbread house. Okay. If you are in a search space, you may spend 2 time to take the top item card. I am not, and then we draw an event. Okay, so draw an event. The event is Travelers. Place 2 new victims at the dell, meadow, and clearing. Okay, so dell, meadow, and the clearing, which I believe is my space. Yep. Tuna victims here as well. Beautiful. Okay, so this is going well. You'll never guess what I'm going to do next. I will weak attack. Rolling 3 dice. Using 1 use of the good plates. We are getting a success and a convert. So with that success, that will deal 2 damage. And we will see if the big bad wolf is dead. No, comes back with 2 health. I was really hoping it would just be that easy, huh? Okay, so it comes back with 2 health. And then I will spend 4 time on Furious Strike. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I guess that's it. Well, if that's the case, I'm just going to spend 6 time on Critical Blow. Okay, so weak attack goes back. Big Bad Wolf, still in tracking phase. Draw a tarot card. Please be gentle. The Jaws That Bite. So it'll move to the nearest victim, which it's already there. It will increase horror and increase bloodlust. I just realized I don't even have the bloodlust tracker on the board. So, whoops, that doesn't go there. Increase bloodlust and increase horror twice. So I will lose 1 die because I'm now in the red on the horror level. But that's it for the Big Bad Wolf's turn, and so it will come back to me, and I am simply going to play Critical Blow. Because it literally doesn't matter what I roll here. Of course. So I get a double success, dealing 3 damage, and so the Big Bad Wolf will perish and reduce the horror by 1. Okay, I'm seeing why starting with the Good Plates is easy mode. Good Plates is a pretty good card. Yeah, okay. Next time, definitely not playing with the Good Plates. That card is insane. Well, the Good Plates plus the Woodsman is absolutely obscene. Alright. Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. That's how I expected this to go. Well, I mean, there's the achievement for beating the Big Bad Wolf before they exit tracking mode. So that's cool. That's it. All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all in the next video.